Olá pessoas, estou de volta para mais uma live. Como estão vocês, pessoas? Estão bem? Eu estou cansado, como sempre, já que eu não durmo direito. Mas isso é o normal para mim, pessoa. E hoje voltamos aqui para jogar mais um pouco de ZZZ, aproveitando a nova atualização do jogo, para a gente continuar vendo a nova história que a gente já começou ontem, que estava bem interessante. A gente conheceu o vampiro, o Hugo. A gente viu a Vivian também lá no leilão. E finalmente o Lycon voltou a ter voz no jogo, porque aparentemente tinha alguma treta com o dublador lá e ele não queria dublar por conta de coisas de IA e coisas do gênero, e eles na nova atualização foram substituídos. Pelo menos foi isso que eu vi em algumas notícias por aí, depois que apareceram coisas referentes às notícias. Mas isso foram coisas novas que vieram com a atualização. Porém, vamos focar aqui na nossa livezinha de jogar mais um pouco de ZZZ e vamos mudar a nossa estratégia, que eu sempre lembrava as pessoas de deixar o like e se inscrever no canal no fim da live. Mas façam isso agora no início da live, se vocês estão aí. Deixem o seu like aí na live do YouTube, se inscrevam no canal do YouTube. E se você está na Twitch e ainda não segue o canal, siga o canal, que ajuda muito. E nós temos nossa meta de 50 seguidores, já que estamos ainda no início da nossa jornada como streamer. Nosso canal, o canal ainda é pequeno, ainda estamos crescendo. Então, toda ajuda com seguidores, likes e inscritos já ajuda bastante. Então agora vamos aqui para as nossas tarefas diárias do ZZZ. Fazer aqui pegar a nossa raspadinha e também tomar um café. Depois eu vou dar uma farmada rapidinho, gente. Daí eu vou jogar o evento do nosso amigo Bang Boo e daí eu volto para a história.
Sometimes stopping to take a break can help you go further.
Será que tem coisas novas por aqui? Faz tempo que eu não dou uma explorada aqui na rua 6, porque quase sempre não tinha nada de novo. Vamos ver aqui. Eu ainda quero que esse negócio aqui abra. Quando isso daqui abrir, vai ser legal. Isso se algum dia for abrir, né? Deixa eu coletar aqui minhas recompensas. E eu já ganhei algumas coisas para ajudar na minha jornada para conseguir a MBS, ou também conhecida como Soldado Zero, Silver Soldier, qualquer seja o nome que você queira usar para chamar a nova versão da IMB. Eu não tenho quantidade de gravações necessárias e eu não tenho policromos para conseguir comprar mais. Só dá para comprar mais um. Então vamos jogar o evento, talvez eu ganhe mais policromos. O evento. Então vamos fazer o que o jogo está pedindo para eu fazer. Falar com a Kylie, para a gente voltar a ajudar nosso amigo Bang Boo na missão dele. Ela me traz pra cá o negócio do outro lado. Olha, tem um Miyabi aqui dessa vez, olha só. Olha, falou que falar com a Miyabi é como se ela estivesse interagindo com uma inteligência artificial. Então ela foi falar com a Miyabi também para ajudar o Tori, nosso amigo bem bom. Então provavelmente dessa vez vamos usar a Miyabi no evento, que vai ser interessante. Temos coisas novas. E aqui temos os eventos novos. Interessante. Agora as coisas são mais baratas porque o nível de motivação está mais alto. Eu pensei que usar a Miyabi, vamos usar outros personagens. Vamos usar a Jane, o Seth e a Bernice, ou seja, ninguém que dá dano direito. Eu não posso trocar. Sacanagem. Local diferente dessa vez. Então agora nosso amigo Banco vai ajudar a gente com raios laser. Interessante. Tá, vamos comprar esses daqui que me dá mais dano crítico. E agora vamos começar a batalha novamente.
I'll do my best.
Eu acho que você tacando fogo em todo mundo mais divertido, muito mais fácil do que jogar personagens que eu não conheço. E esse estilo de gameplay. Não sei, vocês pessoas que jogam com a Jane, vocês gostam de jogar com ela? Que na minha experiência jogando com ela é boa para esquiva. Acho que o gameplay dela é meio que baseado em esquiva e defesa, não sei, algo do tipo. Eu não tenho ela, então eu não sei muito bem como que funciona.
Reporting in.
Let's make this quick.
Ganhamos muita coisa. Ele se teleporta como um raio. Vamos aumentar mais ainda o dano crítico. Agora a gente vai para a próxima fase. Só isso. Nossa, o robôzão chatão.
Come on! Cracking down!
Got your back. The final act begins now.
Então, liberamos um novo item. Eu posso escolher aqui. Interessante. Vamos usar os mesmos personagens, infelizmente. Pensei que eu ia poder jogar com a Miyabi, já que ela apareceu ali para falar que ia ajudar a gente no combate, mas talvez seja nos próximos eventos, nos próximos dias. Pronto, eu gastei tudo que eu tinha.
Sure.
As músicas dos novos eventos estão interessantes.
James, time to rotate!
Nosso amigo Bang Boo está loucão, o cara já foi derrotado e continua atirando. Robô chatão.
No escape. Hit him where it hurts.
You may remain silent!
Here's a taste of the abyss.
Esse tá bem mais simples que o de ontem. O de ontem foi mais elaborado. Pelo menos demorou mais pra ser completado, né? Tá, vamos para o próximo. Eita. Interessante. Mais 20% dos danos e dispara mais 2 projéteis. Tá bom, por esse daqui. E aumentar um pouco mais o dano crítico.
Hit him where it hurts. Let's make this quick.
Tá, vamos ver mais alguns buffs interessantes. Quase deu pra comprar todos. Vamos continuar.
Out of the way!
A little gift for ya. The final act begins now.
Estamos recuperando vida, aparentemente. Eu não prestei atenção se eu peguei algum buff que me recuperava vida. Opa, garotos. Meu Deus.
Got your back.
Será que a gente vai conseguir esse Bengu pra ajudar a gente em missões normais? Fora do evento? Isso é interessante. Ou será que a gente vai poder equipar nossos Bengus com essas algumas armas do tipo, como as que esse Bengus?
Here! The fate judgment! Watch out!
Nossa, meu bem, você tá meio apressado. Ele falou pra mim logo. Cara sacana, fica me apressando. Pronto, acabamos com as mecamoedas. Agora já é o boss.
My turn.
This will be painless.
You're under
Ready for a fiery feast!
I'll do my best. Careful.
Like that? Ooh,
Tem muita coisa acontecendo ao mesmo tempo. O cara soltando míssil por todo lado, usando raio laser. Os monstros tudo se movimentando loucamente. E ainda essa câmera de cima fica muita loucura. Mas a gente nem usou ela, seu branco sacana. Vocês me obrigaram a usar personagens que eu nem sei jogar direito com eles. Só os problemas do nosso amigo Bang Boo foram meio que resolvidos por enquanto. Vamos ver nossas recompensas. Já tem mais coisas que eu te liberou. E agora a gente meio que terminou essa parte aqui do evento. Deixa eu dar a minha farmadinha aqui rapidão. Eu só vou gastar mesmo a... Só vou lutar uma vez para pegar o bônus. Ele tá coçando demais. Tá, agora eu posso jogar com personagens que eu gosto de jogar. O problema é que eu vou jogar contra os robôs que eu não gosto de lutar contra eles. Eles demoram muito para ser derrotados.
Securing the perimeter. The light is but one step away. Secure the perimeter, please. I'll manage things. Fine. Let's finish the job. Everything's under control. Surrender. It's over. Resistance futile.
São realmente odeio esses robôs.
All exits are now free. My heart is a mirror. I swear on my blade. It's pointless to resist. Just finishing the job.
Pronto. Agora eu posso fazer coisas mais divertidas. Tem botão errado novamente. Ah, o jogo está me lembrando que eu tenho que jogar isso aqui. Vou jogar o jogo. Não fique me impressionando o jogo, eu vou jogar. Daqui a pouco, não vai ser agora. Você vai jogar. Dá pra comprar dois. Vamos comprar os dois. E agora faltam. Então vamos voltar para a história. Provavelmente quando acabar a parte da história eu vou ganhar alguns policromos. E daí a gente consegue tentar pegar a Imbi. Versão Soldier 0. Vamos começar aqui voltando de onde a gente parou. Que era na hora de falar com a Suyin. Então vamos lá falar com ela na delegacia sobre o cara que a gente derrotou no final da última missão de história que a gente teve, ó, que foi da Miyabi, se não me engano. A gente derrotou o cara do Creator. As forças ocultas, olha só. Será que ela não pode se envolver com a investigação? Porque eu acho que ela, se eu não me engano, ela foi treinada pelo Bringer, né? Então eles têm meio que uma relação próxima. Ou algo assim, não sei. Eu não lembro direito, faz tempo que eu na história do Bringer. Ela está ocupada, não vai poder ajudar a gente. E aos negócios lá que o nosso amigo vampiro está envolvido. Vamos lá, vamos perguntar para os funcionários da segurança pública. Olha só, não encontraram o caderno dele, então alguém pegou. Ou estava com ele na hora que ele foi preso. Ou transformado naquele bicho que a gente derrotou. Então tu tá com o pessoal da seção 6. Vamos falar com o oficial B. O Bang Bull fica espionando as pessoas no banheiro. Eu vi o Bang Bull espião. Claro que não, cara. Eu sou o dono da locadora. Onde você viu perguntar se eu sou repórter? Olha só. Aconteceu alguma coisa em alguma esfera negra e ele mudou drasticamente. Interessante, vamos ver se ele tem mais alguma informação. Ele gravava as coisas, o Bang Bull acabou de falar pra gente. Então a gente vai lá falar com o pessoal da seção 6 agora. O pessoal já está tudo aqui.
Today's training.
Você é viciado em treino, sobre falar de treinamento. Então o Bang Bull estava falando a verdade. Ele também tinha o caderno. Esqueci disso. Vamos ver porque tem uma caixa mais pesada que as outras. Vamos começar o puzzle que eu não gosto muito, esse negócio de ritmo. Por enquanto tudo tranquilo. Eles não mandaram aqueles rápidos pra caramba que ficam desaparecendo.
All right, let's get started.
Vamos ver a gravação.
I'm probably not getting out of this hollow, but at least this tape recorder still works. Let's say these are my last words. I gave away my anti-corruption equipment to save those civilians, so I'm not in good shape. Unfortunately, we came up against a horde of ethereals right after that. I rushed over to fight them off and tried to save the civilians, but in the thick of all the fighting, I turned back and realized that I was somehow alone. Nobody was behind me. Luckily, I managed to defeat the ethereals, but the wounds and corruption I sustained in doing so should be fatal. I don't mean to cast the blame at all here, and if any of my colleagues ever pick up this cassette, I hope that nobody is ever held accountable. It's just human nature. It's normal. I just have a few regrets.
Será que ele foi modificado depois de encontrar ele sendo corrompido?
I've seen a miracle. Yes, that thing is right. So long as humanity is in constant conflict against the Hollows, we'll never be able to grasp true power. Only by embracing everything. It's the only way. Only by embracing this power can everyone survive. Oh, Creator, please grant me this.
Aí ó, já começou a ficar malucão com esse negócio de criador aí.
Are you okay, Julian?
Ou será que ele é um fanático religioso?
Thanks. I'm okay. It's just, even though we had our suspicions, now that everything is out in the open, I can't help but feel a little... Well, at least now I know the reason why he changed.
What did Bringer see during the recording? Whatever it was, he called it a miracle.
I saw the mission report from that incident. Bringer emerged from the Hollow unscathed, completely free from injury or corruption. Plus, I remember him rescuing a few civilians and walking out of the Hollow together with them.
But if that's the case, then it's at odds with the audio we heard. Which one is the true version of events?
It's possible that both are true. Like if Bringer actually met a real god that completely healed his body and helped him save the others.
And that's why his mood changed so much. Why he started believing the Exaltists. Because he witnessed a miracle.
That sounds like a reasonable speculation at this point.
But it still exceeds the limits of what we know.
In any case, it's a clue that ultimately points to the Exaltists. I'll keep pulling this thread and see where it leads.
Então ele virou um fanático religioso. Então estava certo. Vamos voltar para a locadora e ver se vamos ter mais missões de combate ou se a gente vai ficar só andando por aí e descobrindo mais coisas novas. Eu queria que a gente fosse aprender a usar o Wise para combate, ia ser interessante. Já que agora ele pode andar nas esferas negras. E ele estava conversando com o Lycan sobre aprender a lutar. Vamos falar com a jovem que resolveu visitar a locadora. Eu estava ocupado, estava falando com meus amigos da polícia. Vamos ver o que a jovem vampira quer com a gente.
We meet again, Master Proxy. I imagine you've already managed to gain some info from the conspirators. About some people who wish to use sacrifice to launch an attack on New Eridu.
So you know about that? I only just found out myself.
Because I've been watching you this entire time.
Ele só estava
I know
espionando a
many
gente.
things. But unlike those hypocrites, I'm willing to share info with you to show my sincere hopes of working together. I need to find Bringer's belongings.
Bringer's belongings? Did he even leave anything behind?
Oh, he did. I have complete confidence in my intelligence network. All the more reason for you to work with me. You've probably already guessed, but what Bringer left behind will be crucial for cracking the alleged sacrifice attack. Find it, and we'll finally know what they are after.
Who do you mean by they?
The Exaltists, of course. They're always lurking whenever something related to sacrifice comes up. Actually, the Exaltists and I, we have a bit of shared history. But no more than that until you officially agree to work with me.
Alright, I agree to work with you.
Splendid. I like people who don't mess around. By the way, might I ask, you're not proficient at in-hollow combat, are you?
Well, you know, I'm a proxy after all.
As I expected. Not to worry. You're an invaluable proxy. All I require is for you to guide me. I mean,
Então tá bom.
not even my darling Lord Phaethon can fight in the hollows.
Hang on. What did you just say? Your darling Lord Phaethon?
That's right. The best proxy in all of New Eridil. Lord Phaethon. Don't tell me you don't like him.
Vamos falar isso daqui. Vamos ver qual vai ser a reação.
You might not believe this, but I'm actually Phaethon.
You're an outstanding proxy, that's true. But Lord Phaethon's a cut above. No one could ever replace Lord Phaethon. But I know how you feel. You're actually one of Lord Phaethon's fans too, aren't you? So he's your biggest role model in life and you hope to become just like him, right?
Sim, vamos falar que eu sou fã de mim mesmo.
Fine, you're right. I'm actually a fan of Lord Phaethon.
Then we're fellow fans! Wonderful. I feel so much closer to you now. Oh my. Once I start talking about Lord Phaethon, I just can't help myself. Look at the time. I suppose that's all for today then. I'll be in touch with more news.
Então tá bom. Interessante. Então finalmente vamos ter combates em esferas negras. Então a gente vai usar ela em combate? Será? Ou ela vai lutar sozinha? Aí é sacanagem. Ela deve ter ouvido um tal de um lobo gigante branco falando comigo, falando com Ice, chamando ele de mestre proxy. Enquanto eles estavam lá no leilão. Bom, vamos para o Xilobrasa. Vamos lá. vamos repassar a informação que foi passada pra gente. Que vamos ter proteção. Eles removeram a fada da história do jogo, né? Agora ela não fala mais, não aparece mais. Nunca fala mais nada. Eles se cansaram da super inteligência artificial boladona. Ou será que eles arrumaram treta com a dubladora da fada e agora eles tiveram que tirar ela dessa parte da história do jogo? Olha só. Embi, sua amiga. Mas tá falando por encontrar vídeo, porque que a Embi versão Soldado de Prata e Trigger estão aqui.
Proxy, you're here too.
I didn't expect to run into you here.
Desde quando ele conhece a Trigger. Será que essa parte da missão era pra eu ter feito depois de ter feito a outra missão? E vai ficar meio complicado agora.
What are you two doing here? And what's with the new outfit, Ambi?
I'm here to investigate that incident.
Então eu deveria ter visto.
I've recently dug up some clues about the person behind the operation, but my key contact is ultra cautious and keeps demanding me to prove my identity. So, to gain her trust, I decided to meet her dressed like this. Now that everything is completely finished, this uniform doesn't really represent anything in particular. For me, it's just another outfit now. We all have to move on someday.
I'm helping her. I want to make sure whoever's behind all this is caught. Ah, and who's this young lady?
This is my friend, Vivian. We're here investigating a few things ourselves.
Ambi, one of the Cunning Hair's most powerful members. And Trigger, an Opal Squad sniper. It's an honor to make your acquaintance.
Isso, ela conhece todo mundo.
You know us?
Looks like someone's done our homework. Is it because of the proxy?
You two are practically celebrities. And because of my work, I've got loads of info when it comes to anyone with a name around New Eridu.
I see. Seems you're handling your work well.
Let's prepare to enter the Hollow. Unless you have any further questions, we'll be taking our leave now. You're going into a Hollow? Proxy, you plan on going in like that?
Eles não sabem da atualização. O Wise passou por atualização de software, então ele pode entrar nas esferas agora.
Yeah, that's right. I've recovered quite a bit lately, so I don't need any protective equipment in the hollows.
Huh. Aren't you that lady from before at the auction?
Pessoas.
I didn't expect to see you again, young lady.
Filminhos.
Vivian, are you alright? You look depressed.
What's wrong, Vivian? Are you feeling all right?
It's nothing. I just drifted off for a moment there.
E ela fez
So
triste.
then, what are you doing here?
Don't worry, I'm not here to scam you. I'm waiting to meet someone.
Don't tell me. You're my contact for intel?
That's me. Ambi from Silver Squad, I presume? Pleasure to meet you. All right. I'm going to exchange some information with Miss Ambi here. So if you'll excuse me.
Interessante. Então a Ambi está envolvida com as pessoas que querem o negócio lá do sacrifício lá. A joia que o Hugo, o vampiro, roubou.
You aren't looking so good. What's the matter?
I can tell you later, but not right now.
Tá bom, então.
Okay, that's all the information I got for you. In return, I want you to do something for me. Take me into the Hollow. I left something very valuable inside. I have
Olha
to find
só.
it.
Seeing as we were just about to go in ourselves, why not join us? It's fine by me. But didn't you say you were investigating something? It's fine. There's no rush. Right, Master Proxy.
Filho, ela deve conhecer o Alaiko. Fica me chamando o Ice da mesma forma que... Falando com o Ice da mesma forma que o Lycon fala.
Huh? Yeah, there really is no rush. Sure, let's all go together.
It'll be safer with more people and we'll find your missing item more quickly.
Thank you.
E o tiozão de Emily fica olhando aí pra gasolina. Sim, são modelos antigos dos robôs da loja de conveniência. Por isso que eles são peculiares. Esse cara tem o mesmo cabelo do policial que a gente falou com ele mais cedo. Olha só. Então, aparentemente eu vou poder usar personagens novos para a batalha. Já que o Ice não batalha, a gente vai entrar no esfera. Tá, estão querendo passar o tutorial da Amy de novo. Olha só, vou poder usar a trilha. Será que eu podia ter usado ela nas batalhas da outra história também?
So, what is it that you all plan to do here? We are here to look for something too. Something extremely important. New Eridu's future may well depend on it.
Olha só.
Mind the blind spot.
A Vivian só vai ajudar a gente aqui.
Save your strength, Envy.
I'm on it. Move it.
Adjusting for wind.
I'm on it. Now it's my turn to ask questions. What exactly is it that you're investigating? Since you're familiar with the name Silver, then you should know that it shouldn't exist anymore.
Por que será que eu posso explorar outros lugares se não tem nada pra pegar?
What I'm investigating has something to do with it.
Normalmente esses outros caminhos deveriam estar bloqueados. Os inimigos são
Increase firepower. Recalibrating.
In position.
Right over. Show no mercy. Get behind me. Adjusting for wind. Right on cue.
Meu velho hábito de ficar apertando o botão para cancelar o ataque sequência.
Quick shot. This bullet will reach its mark.
Let's use that fissure to head to the next location.
This is the place.
Ah, mas vai ter coisa antes. Vamos conversar com essa jovem aqui. Essa personagem já não tinha aparecido antes. Tô falando antes de lançar a atualização, uma outra parte da história. Sei lá. Parece que já tinha aparecido
What
ela.
is it that you're looking for?
A ring. I was excavating ether here before and accidentally lost it somewhere. Please, could you all help me find it? It has to be somewhere among all this stuff here.
Sure, I'll start looking.
I'll go with you.
I'll stay here with her then.
Thanks, but you don't have to worry about me. Go ahead and accompany the others. I'm sure it'll be faster that way. And sorry for wasting your time like this. I know it might sound strange, but I'll be so happy if my daughter grows up to be capable like you.
Artista lendário. Eu acho que já tinham falado algo sobre isso em alguma parte da história bem antes, só que eu não me lembro quem era, de quem que eles estavam falando. Talvez tenha sido nessa parte que essa personagem apareceu. Sabia que era o cara maligno que fica gastando muito dinheiro para comprar roupas com joias. E o tal do Kurtz. Então deixem seu like em homenagem ao Kurtz. Olha só. O pessoal gosta de ficar falando sós com esse personagem. Tá? Então tá, vamos procurar o anel. Mas ela não ia falar com a outra, porque ela tá andando junto comigo.
There's leftover food here. I don't want to imagine what's inside the bag.
Será que não vão deixar pegar o negócio do carrinho que está ali?
A toy that seems emotionally stable. There shouldn't be a ring hidden in it.
Eu acho que o personagem errado está andando comigo. Deveria ser a Amy andando comigo, não? Eu não sei muito bem. Então eu vou fazer a volta pra ver aqui.
It's a fancy lunchbox?
I wonder if its owner is safe and sound.
Então será que fomos enganados e querem encontrar outra coisa no anel? Olha só, fomos tapeados.
What's wrong, Vivian? You seem worried for a while now.
I'm worried about Sienna. The location should still be safe.
Será que mataram? Ih, mataram o Sienna.
Her vital signs are gone.
What happened? I guess this was her final scam. There's one thing I must remind you. Your time is running out.
I'm not sure how you can tell, but you're right. I'm going to die in here. That's my plan. I'm very sick and don't have much longer. If I try to get treatment, it'll just be a burden on my daughter. So I scam my way through a bunch of physical exams and managed to take out a hollow corruption policy through Ravenlock Insurance.
Olha só.
Once some time has passed, could you please take my corrupted body out of the hollow? That will secure a generous compensation package for my daughter. It's only what the Ravenlocks owe me. A pity, yes. But it's the only way I can squeeze it out of them.
What makes you think that will help you?
I just trust you will.
Olha só.
I'm just awfully sorry you had to get involved in this. But it's something I must do. I have to leave something behind for my girl. I have to give her a chance at life. If it's okay, could you also please pass a message to Mira for me? Tell her, don't worry. Even if Mommy's body is corrupted, withers away, and turns to dust, my love for you will always be there. Thank you. You're a good kid.
She was betting that we'd help her. So, you were aware of this the whole time? Yes. Because I saw it.
Então ela consegue ver o futuro, tem
You might
poderes.
not believe me, but I've had this ability to see the future since I was a little
Olha
girl.
só.
But the things I see are always something bad. Plagues, deaths, disasters. That's all I've ever been able to see.
It's all that kid's fault!
She's seriously jinxed.
I always try to avoid her. Otherwise, she'll say something rotten that ends up coming true again.
Prophecies, she says. Like she's not the one bringing the bad luck upon us.
It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. Sorry. I'm sorry.
What good is saying you're sorry? Things like this keep happening every time you open your mouth!
How unlucky. She shouldn't be here. Nobody wants her around.
If only she would just disappear.
I just wanted to warn you all. I'm sorry. Every time it's the same. In the end, there's nothing I can change. Sometimes I even wonder whether it's me predicting these things, or if my very existence is manifesting these calamities.
Vivian, it's not your fault.
You were just trying to be kind and warn them about impending disasters.
I can tell it's never been easy for you.
Thank you. No matter what. I just hope she finally gets to rest in peace. I hope no misfortune, whether I foresee it or not, ever happens to anyone.
Tá, entendemos agora como que funciona a visão do futuro. Interessante. Então ela planejava que a filha dela vivesse com a indenização dos caras que acabaram com a vida do marido. Olha só, então os caras lá do Ravenlock, eles se acham os poderosos, mas eles são meio que os excluídos dos tops.
Roxy, do you believe that the future can be changed?
That's quite the sudden question.
In my memories, this has happened countless times already. Like my only Sweetie's misfortune. Why can't I even have a sliver of happiness? The fissure that we're looking for is up ahead.
Quem pegar a Ambi Trigger vai ter um time elétrico muito apelão. O pessoal que estava falando que ia esquipar elas porque já tem outros personagens elétricos, talvez mude de opinião agora depois de ter jogado com ela. Ah não, sempre tem que ter o robôzão chato.
Engaging head on. Ether vision activated.
Down strategy. Outside. What you deserve.
The melody of combat.
Flip a switch. You won't back down. I think it's about time.
We should take that lady out of the hollow. You guys go on.
Thank you. She gave us the intel we needed, so this is the least we could do. I hope everything else goes well for you. Master Proxy, is there anything you'd like to know? You can just ask.
I'm curious about your story, Vivian, but we can talk more once you feel ready. Don't worry, I'm very patient.
You're the first person to ever say that to me. I'd be happy to share my story with you. These premonitions I see are not within my control, and they always come to me in a flash, like a flood of images in my mind. Most of the time, I see death, disease, accidents, and disasters. Of course, there are also some non-fatal mutilations. But every time, without exception, they end up happening. And I can never prevent or change them. That's all I have to say about
personagem do filme Premonição.
If that offends Master Proxy and you don't want to hang out with me anymore, then I can understand.
I don't mind at all. That's just who you are, Vivian. I'd like to keep hanging out with you.
I've always considered this ability as a curse.
It's not a curse. Actually, I think you've been given a gift.
Thank you. Really. Well, it's getting late. Bringer's belongings ought to be around here somewhere. Let's take a closer look.
Então tá, vamos voltar às pesquisas, às procuras. Só que agora a gente não tem mais a Ing pra lutar, então provavelmente, se eles não conseguem me deixar lutar utilizando a Vivian, provavelmente a gente vai achar o que a gente procura agora.
Looks like it isn't in here. Strange, there's nothing in here.
Então será que já pegaram as relíquias do livro? O pessoal daquela organização que controlava eles veio aqui primeiro. Então encontramos o tal caderno. Ih, olha só, o vampiro.
This is it. This notebook is what Bringer left behind. But I don't know what these markings on it mean.
Olha isso.
Well, hello, Master Proxy. It's been a while. Oh, don't give me that scandalized look. I did just save your lives.
I would have protected the proxy even if you hadn't appeared.
I'm sure of it, but I happen to be in the area. Worry not, dear companion. I have complete confidence in your strength.
Então ela que é a nova parceira de trabalho dele, né? Acho que minha previsão que eu fiz ontem estava correta. Né?
Hang on. Did you say companion? So you two know each other?
Apologies. I didn't have a chance to mention it before. I'm actually part of the Phantom Thief Syndicate, Mockingbird.
That's right. I was only able to slip in during the auction thanks to some help from Vivian backstage.
Olha só.
So the whole time you were only bidding on the collections so you could get backstage and tamper with things?
I warned you before. You can't rely on appearances.
Don't worry, Master Proxy. We don't have any ulterior motives here. As you've probably heard, Mockingbird is a renowned Phantom Thieves syndicate in New Eridu that, despite its longevity, has managed to maintain the secrecy of its members' identities to this day. So, disclosing our identities to you is essentially the highest sign of good faith that a Mockingbird Phantom Thief can show.
Vamos ver então.
I guess that makes sense.
Your trust is most appreciated. Mockingbird's purpose is very simple, really. To form long-standing and cooperative relationships with outstanding proxies, like yourself.
We need your abilities.
Before you make any decisions, please allow me to briefly explain the concept behind the Mockingbird Syndicate. We all know there isn't anything in this world that's fair. A prime example being the uneven distribution of wealth. People from tops splurge on luxurious collectibles, while the poor have to gamble with their own lives just to get by. Of course, besides wealth, there's also an unequal distribution in this world of happiness and suffering, hope and despair, love and hate. It's all just so unfair. Somebody has to do something to tilt the balance of the scales. And thus Mockingbird was born. We take from those who have far more than they deserve and give it to those who deserve to have more. If you ask me, that's enough to be considered a form of justice.
All right.
Vamos falar que a gente
That makes
concorda
sense.
com ele.
I can agree with that.
Thank you. I knew if anyone, you'd understand. However, aside from these philosophical considerations, we also have a crisis on our hands to deal with. As you know, the Exaltists are plotting to use the power of sacrifice to launch an attack on all of New Eridu. We can provide you with all the latest intel, just like that notebook you found. Something those pompous housekeepers would never be willing to do. And the most crucial part of this whole game, the sacrifice core, is currently in my possession. I think that makes this a highly competitive deal. We share the same goal for the moment, stopping the impending disaster from playing out.
Tá, vamos esperar um pouco e
I need
pensar.
some time to think about it.
How about this? If you still have misgivings about our upcoming cooperation, then why don't you bring Lycon along with you? He's got the support of the mayor's office behind him, and his presence alone is enough to keep me in check. That would put you more at ease, right? Of course, you're welcome to bring some other friends along, provided they aren't from public security or HSO.
Well, if you're willing to let my friends come along, then you've got a deal.
Great. It's a deal. By the way, Proxy, this is for you.
Temos colecionável.
Consider it a souvenir commemorating our first time working together.
For now, we'll carefully look through the contents of that notebook. I'll contact you if anything comes up.
Que raios eu estou controlando o meu vampiro? Não entendi, mas tudo bem. Ele não parece tão branco quanto ele parece nas cutscenes do jogo. Assim como o modelo da Vivian parece diferente no modo dela no mundo e nas cutscenes. Aqui, por exemplo, ela parece bem menor do que ela parece nas cutscenes. Sacanagem. Tem que ficar vendo filmes agora? Interessante. Será que vai abrir um novo local pra gente ir? Galeria do Hugo, o vampiro. Tá, vamos ver o que esse intermediário aqui se tem pra falar com a gente. É um cara meio estranhão. Deve ser amigo do Flamengo lá do One Piece. O óculos é igual. Esse veste estranho é igual. Só falta as plumas. Que mercadoria será que é essa? Será que ele está querendo vender o núcleo do sacrifício? E agora ele quer virar um agiota. O cara está ficando popular na área das galerias de arte. Os colecionadores de arte estão gostando das mercadorias dele. Encontrar um informante bem vestido. Quem será o informante bem vestido? E tem vários agora. E agora ele está com um cachecol, sei lá, esse negócio branco que ele está usando. Tá, vamos falar com esse tiozão. Olha só. E o cara está com compromissos com o cara maligno de que ele roubou o manto do herói lá, que tinha a joia, que é o núcleo do sacrifício. E olha só, até o tal do Hardman que está envolvido com as vendas de órgãos. Então o cara é do mal mesmo. Talvez seja por isso que a família dele esteja sendo meio que excluída dos tops. Esse cara informante da época que vai andava junto com eles. E eles estão fazendo pouco caso do Sabiá. Ele vai ficar pistola e vai começar a falar coisas com eles, cara. E olha só. Então os estudantes estão armando algo para entrar no TOPS. vamos na galeria encontrar com o Hartman na sala VIP. Então esses caras de preto e vermelho trabalham com esse cara. Vamos ver qual é a carta na manga dele.
Will you work with me?
Not bad. Let me be honest with you. I have the sacrifice core that you're after. I am Mockingbird.
So it's you. I never thought you'd be so bold as to come see me alone.
Relax, my friend. As you know, if I can sneak into such a heavily guarded auction, then naturally, I can just as easily slip away right now. I'm here with the sincere intention to seek cooperation. I can give you that sacrifice core.
And what do you want in return?
Wealth, glory, power. The things everyone else in the world wants, I want them too. And I'm confident that as the current heir to the Ravenlock family, those are all things you can give me.
Then you've certainly come to the right place. My family is working on a big project. If things come to fruition, Ravenlock's status in Tops will significantly improve. At which point, I'll be sure to leave a spot for you. Naturally, as an outsider, you're precluded from handling any of our core business. But profits from the scraps alone will be enough to set you up for life.
Mr. Hartman, I think you've misunderstood me. I have no intention of joining the Ravenlock family. In fact, I have an art gallery under my name that does pretty well for itself. I was hoping you could recommend me for Tops.
You want to join Tops? That's easier said than done. Even for a family like ours, it would still require significant effort and...
Just answer me yes or no. I don't think either of us can afford to waste time.
I understand. Yes, you have my word. But in exchange, you'll have to give me the sacrifice core first.
E olha só.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't. I've already hidden it somewhere safe, a place nobody else but me knows. You don't want to put all your chips on the table when dealing with Tops. I know that far too well.
Then that means I also need to keep an eye out when working with the infamous Mockingbird, right?
Mr. Hartman, I should remind you that I stand before you undisguised. Coming from a phantom thief who's never publicly revealed his identity, shouldn't that be sufficient assurance? If I betray you, then you merely need to lift a finger to wipe me from the face of this world.
You do make a valid point there. In that case, you have a deal.
I appreciate your trust.
Why don't we celebrate our new partnership with a toast?
Esses caras sempre gostam de beber.
Having a drink before undertaking anything important is a family tradition. It's good luck.
As an outsider, It's a real honor.
By the way, you aren't the only member of your organization, are you? Shouldn't all your companions agree to this deal first?
You don't have to worry about that. I'll make sure she agrees. Otherwise, I'll get rid of her too.
E olha só.
Seems you'll do whatever it takes to get things done. Great things lie ahead for someone like you. All right, let's leave it at that for today. I'll contact you about what to do next.
That's him! He's the one who killed Serena!
She was the only one who was ever any good to him, right? That's how he repays her?
That's why they say once a mongrel, always a mongrel. Just look into his eyes.
Father! We have to punish him! Serena had been ranking ahead of him. Hugo must have poisoned her water so he could pass her.
Pure evil. Typical for an impure bloodline. You should have been kicked out ages ago.
Hugo, did you do all this?
Yes, it was me. I killed her.
He admitted it! Father, he must be expelled. He has no right to live under the same roof as us.
Why don't we reunite him with Serena then? Nobody would ever know.
Hugo, well done. My children, how many times have I told you before? In this world, only the most ruthless, cruel, and unscrupulous of people ever make it to the top. Like Hugo here, who was willing to murder his only true loved one without a second thought. Only someone with the means and the gumption to do that is qualified to be my heir.
But I...
It's all over now, and the results are obvious. The winner of this month's assessment is Hugo. As for the rest of you, go to the usual place for the punishment you deserve.
But Father, before this, I was #1.
As I've told you before, there's only room for one winner in this family. You're still a loser, even if it's by the smallest margin. And there's no reason for a loser to exist. This is all for your own good. Do you understand? Go on now. Receive your punishment for the sake of the family.
Yes, I understand. I'm sorry.
That really brought up some unpleasant memories.
Isso sim é uma família problemática.
Soon, it'll all be over.
Será que essas famílias do top são meio que a máfia, a forma como eles organizaram a máfia no jogo, no universo do jogo? Olha só. Então será que ela agora acredita que ele é o Phaeton ou ela vai continuar achando que ele é um fã maluco igual a ela? Isso se ela estava falando a verdade naquele momento.
Thank you for escorting me here, Proxy.
O passeio mais divertido de todos, ficar girando que nem maluco pela praça.
If I were to head back now, I probably wouldn't be able to fall asleep. You're a child that only brings misfortune. People have been saying that about me for a long time.
Será que ela é da mesma família maluca do Hugo?
I used to feel hurt and resentful. But why do I only predict suffering? If I could predict happy things, joyful things, would people like me a little more? Maybe fate truly is set in stone. Often, I want to help these people avoid their miserable fates. For a time, I even thought that I was successful, that I could change people's destiny. But it was all an illusion. In the end, I couldn't do anything at all. So, I was really happy when you said that my abilities weren't a curse, but a gift.
Isso, então ela ficou feliz.
Thank you, Proxy. I'm so glad to have met you.
Tá.
And you're also a fan of Lord Phaethon. It's like we were fated to meet.
Então ela é realmente uma fã maluca do Phaethon.
I don't know
Ela não
why,
estava mentindo.
I feel completely at ease when I'm by your side. I feel like I'm free from judgment, from blame. Like, I don't need to worry about anything, and can just be my own true self. Perhaps people really do possess an aura, and ours just so happen to be extremely compatible. By the way, you asked me before about Hugo. I don't really know much about him. He rarely ever
olha
talks
só.
about his past. But
Então eles não
judging
são da
from
mesma
his eye
família, então.
colors, you can guess he's probably the bastard son of a renowned family. I think his mother was very worried about his different colored eyes, and even wanted to get rid of him at one point. But then his family offered a huge price and bought him off his mother for some reason. And just like that, he moved from a leaky and drafty boarding room to a luxurious mansion. But he's also mentioned that the extravagant home is actually like hell for him. I think it's probably because the family treats him terribly. I digress. He ran away and ended up meeting Lycon and his master. After that, they formed Mockingbird together and experienced a rare period of happiness. Until Lycon's betrayal.
Será que foi isso mesmo que aconteceu?
So, what's your take on Hugo?
I imagine I would still be wandering around now if I had never met him. To me, Hugo is just like an older brother. I've always felt as though he's carrying some heavy burden with him. But that's a secret he's kept to himself. Something he'll never tell me. Sometimes when I look into his eyes, I can feel that he's really struggling with something. Even though he may say some extreme things, Hugo really isn't a bad person. I think one day he'll tell me his secret. Until then, I just have to wait. Wait and trust him.
Será que acabamos a missão? Ou será que vai ter mais coisa? Vamos ver ter mais história. Vamos falar com o Belê. Acho que vai mandar dormir de novo, cara. vamos ter mais batalhas agora sim. Vamos continuar. Espero que dessa vez seja menos história e mais batalhas, já que a gente vai para a esfera. Finalmente temos batalhas interessantes. Então a gente vai investigar os locais onde o Bringer pode ter deixado mais coisas. Não, segue difícil os balé. A gente vai lutar com aquelas bailarinas chatas de novo. Esse pessoal gosta desses edifícios do Baba. A gente só vai lá para encontrar com o Icon e seus amigos. Depois a gente vai para um lugar mais interessante.
It appears we're the first to arrive. I thought we were running late. This might sound weird, but it's nice to think about getting to work with you from now on. I don't really know why that makes me feel so happy. Oh, it's because we're fellow fans! Anyone who likes Lord Phaethon can't be a bad guy.
You're right.
Of course, Lord Phaethon is the greatest there will ever be, but you're definitely the best proxy I've ever met in person. Hugo told me before that you're really skilled, and he said we'd get along great. I never expected he'd be so right. Oh, by the way, would you like to come by my place if you have time later? I have a huge collection of Lord Phaethon merch.
Como assim? Tem produtos colecionáveis?
Phaethon, Lord Phaethon doesn't have any merch out there, right? I mean, we don't even know what he looks like, for starters.
It's all my own original merch. Like screenshots of old Intronaut comments. I print them out and turn them into postcards. Plus the avatars Lord Phaethon's used, the music playlists they recommend. I've organized it all. I'd love to show it all to you if we get the chance.
Mas por que se eu mostrar pra ele? Ele já conhece todos, foi ele que criou.
Well, I appreciate the thought.
Speaking of which, what's taking those two so long? Hugo said he had some preparations to do before entering the Hollow. I wonder how that's coming along.
E será que eles estão brigando novamente? Reabastecer o chocolate. Eles ainda se odeiam mesmo. vai na farmácia. Caramba, os caras estão se encontrando em tudo quanto é canto agora. De novo.
This is getting to be more than just a coincidence, don't you think? Or perhaps you are actually stalking me.
If I was stalking you, you wouldn't ever know.
Overconfident as always. You haven't changed at all.
We just make it a habit to check the state of our weapons prior to combat.
Thanks for that little reminder. I almost forgot.
I didn't expect you to let me join.
What else could I do? Master Proxy would have insisted on having you join us. I never expected for us to have a chance to enjoy some pleasant conversation like this. Without our weapons drawn, that is. It really has been too long. I still remember when we first
Vamos ter outro flashback agora, né?
Indeed. That was a long time ago.
Ah, sim, vamos ter um novo flashback.
He must have known about his condition for some time. He even left us with instructions. Passing peacefully in your sleep is the most natural way to go. I'm happy for him. By the way, Lycon, have you given it any thought yet?
You mean about our guild for Phantom Thieves?
Yeah. It's time for us to build an organization of our own. Jack always supported the idea, didn't he?
Double check.
I don't have any objections. But what should we call them then?
Sludwigs.
How about Mockingbird? It's a bird known for mimicking the calls of others to blend in. The same way we don high society roles for ourselves when we're out on a mission. Oh, oops. I nearly forgot. You're a terrible actor, and you're always flubbing your lines. I guess we can rule out that name, then.
No, call it Mockingbird. We're always just putting on an act, aren't we? I won't slip up on our next mission. Besides, we still ran missions together even when we didn't have a name. Having one now won't really make a difference.
No. It does make a difference, Lycon. And I don't just want a name. I want Mockingbird to become a symbol, like the sword of Damocles hanging over everyone's heads, striking fear into the hearts of the rich and cruel whenever they hear the name. Just like Jack used to say, this world isn't fair. So that's why we have to influence it however we can, and change things in our own way.
But on the basis of not causing harm to other people's lives. That's also what Jack used to say. You remember, don't you?
Of course I remember. All right, I promise.
That sounded pretty forced. Don't forget, things don't end well for people who break their oaths.
I'm good for my word. You must trust your fellow companions. That's also something Jack would say. Well then, today's the day that Mockingbird will officially start flying. Our first order of business, deciding on our symbol.
Tá. Então será que eles vão voltar a ser amigos depois dessa missão? E agora a gangue está completa.
Looks like we're all here. Hugo?
Tá. Então vamos procurar por segredos do culto religioso. Ou será que eles só usam isso como um nome que faz parecer um culto religioso e na verdade só um grupo de pessoas malignas? Que da forma que o Bringer falava parecia ser um culto religioso. Ou melhor, um grupo de fanáticos religiosos, né? Já vamos começar com batalha.
Expect the coordinates in Bringer's notes to lead here.
Oh, are you familiar with this place?
More familiar than you, it seems.
Proxy, if they're being too noisy, can I take action?
I don't enjoy obstacles in my path.
The generator room should be nearby. Over
Se
here.
fosse no passado, isso seria uma missão
Wow,
nas
you really know
TVs.
this place like the back of your paw.
Master Proxy, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there's something wrong with the circuit. It seems to be blocked.
Don't tell me. Victoria Housekeeping's high and mighty attendants can't even fix a simple circuit.
I can fix it, but I'll need a circuit diagram before I can do anything. I've seen diagrams for this type of circuit before. It's a pity that we're unable to connect to the outside world from inside the hollow.
Se ele tivesse com o Yus, ele poderia. Ainda teria a inteligência artificial, fada, que não apareceu até agora nessa história.
Just leave that problem to me.
Wise, I just sent an image of a circuit diagram to you. Have a look.
Thank you very much, Master Proxy. Now then, let's start repairing this circuit. The circuit is fixed. We should now be able to open that door.
Wait up. Wait a second. Something just doesn't add up. It's all coming together now. Communicating with the outside world from within a hollow. And getting that circuit diagram. In theory, there's only one person who could ever do that.
Só finalmente ela vai perceber que o Wise é feito.
You're Lord Phaethon? Impossible. There's no way. But then again, only Phaethon could have done that. I mean, you're an incredible proxy, sure. And you're a good person. But could you really be Lord Phaethon?
It's me. I'm Faithen. Sorry, I just never had the opportunity to tell you.
Mentira, eu já tinha falado, ela que não acreditou. Que é maluco.
I've been your biggest fan for years now. Goodness me, Lord Faithen was right in front of me all along, and I had no idea. This is like a dream. Could you, I mean, if you're willing, could you please give me an autograph and a group photo and...
Anything you want, but let's get out of the hollow first, all right?
Oh, okay. Sorry, guess I got a little too excited.
Anyone would be enraptured meeting someone they admire that much.
Yeah, if I ever met my favorite movie director, I'd be the same.
We should keep moving. This isn't the best place for idle chit-chat.
Say no more.
The door's finally open. The proxy is Faithen. Faithen is the proxy. If this is a dream, I never want to wake up. Copy.
The fissure over there should lead to our destination. Lycon, your fighting style wasn't so reserved in the past.
Outbound.
I've matured.
You call this mature? You're just being pretentious.
Então será que Vivian vai usar o olho-chuva como espada? Isso vai ser mais um personagem de suporte também.
Let us leave this place at once. Ensuring Master Proxy's safety is our highest priority.
I won't let anything happen to you, Lord Faithen. Right over. Loyalty. Lord Faithen, how are you feeling? Are you tired? Do you need a break? Some food? Water?
Master,
olha só, finalmente ela apareceu.
To pass through, you need to activate all 3 smaller mechanisms. Suggestion: split up and handle them simultaneously to save time.
So, we have to head to 3 different places to crack.
Huh? We're splitting into 3 groups? In that case, I'll protect you, Master Proxy. I can take care of one myself.
That leaves the last one to me, then.
You should go with Hugo.
What's that supposed to mean? We get along just fine, don't we, Miss Cunninghair?
I don't know what's going on with you two, but you've been bickering the whole time. It's annoying. This is a good chance for you guys to build some rapport.
Anby's got a point. Hugo, just go with Lycon.
You just want to be alone with your Lord Faithen, don't you, Vivian?
Huh? That's not it!
All right, sounds like a plan. It's all decided then.
If Master Proxy says so, then sure. But, Lycon, you better not slow me down.
I really want to recommend you two some movies for a crash course on teamwork.
O cara tá lutando, fica falando que os outros não atrasaram. Nossa, sacana.
Lord Phaethon, there are too many ethereals here.
Voltamos para os joguinhos. Ah, esqueci. Vamos recomeçar. Fazia tempo que eu não jogava isso daqui, então vamos fazer isso da forma. Vamos desfazer tudo e começar de novo. Já que a gente não tem mais as TVs, eles modificaram os minigames que assistiam somente nas nossas TVs.
Sure enough, Lord Phaethon and I share a deeper connection. Sorry. I hope I'm not being too forward. Goodness me. Somehow I'm fighting alongside Lord Phaethon. It's like all my dreams are coming true. I'm going to wake up any second now, aren't I?
Em alguns momentos a voz dela lembra bastante a voz do Icone.
No, this isn't a dream. I'm real. See? You can even hold my hand.
Not only is Lord Phaethon incredible, but super kind. That's it. I pledge to be a die-hard Lord Phaethon fan until my very last breath.
I'm happy to hear that. Don't get me wrong, but why do you like Phaethon so much, Vivian?
Lord Phaethon is my light. The one who saved me in my darkest, most desperate times. Like a deity who rescued me. You probably don't remember, but you really did save me that day. Wow, it's so embarrassing to say all this in front of you. Sorry, I hope I'm not bothering you too much.
No, you're not a bother at all. Thank you for your loyal support.
I should be the one thanking you. Just being able to see Lord Phaethon makes me the luckiest person in the whole world. Sorry to keep babbling like this. I wonder how the others are doing. I'm sure Anby will be able to manage. She's great at this kind of stuff. But as for Hugo and Lycon, let's just hope they don't get into a fight with each other. In position. Off balance.
Isso pra você.
Wait a minute.
Só ela junta as duas espadas numa só e vira uma espada de 2 legumes. Ai. Vamos ver se os dois estão tentando se matar ao invés de acabar com os cetégricos.
So, we have to cooperate to solve this problem.
That's a real shame.
I have no intention of arguing with you right now. Master Proxy and Miss Vivian are elsewhere, and we must rendezvous with them post-haste.
What a coincidence. That's exactly what I was thinking. Just this once, we should trust each other. For the proxy.
I have no objections.
Very well. Then you'd better keep your word. I know you've never fully trusted me, Lycon. Even before it all fell apart.
You wanted to speak to me alone?
Finalmente pareceu
I know you and Hugo are as thick as thieves and don't hide anything from one another. But you can't tell him what I'm about to tell you.
Did something happen with him?
Hugo is an intelligent and gifted child. He learns everything I teach with ease. In time, he'll grow beyond me. Reach a place where people will marvel and look up to him as a beacon.
Yeah. As much as I hate to admit it, he always picks things up just a teeny bit quicker than me. But none of that matters, because I can overpower him easy.
I don't think being gifted is a good thing for him.
What do you mean?
He bears a dark and painful past. What he was taught, the hatred he was faced with, everything he picked up. It's all become an integral, inseparable part of him. I believe that beautiful flowers can blossom even in the darkest abyss. But the roots of that flower would draw from evil instead of good. Hatred instead of love. It's a curse that flows through his lineage. A curse that fate branded him with. I've seen far too many people like that throughout this long life of mine. They struggle with this curse their whole lives. But they all end up failing in the end. The path of light is narrow and fleeting. And the darkness is filled with such temptation that dropping your guard for even just a moment can send you spiraling straight into the abyss.
Do you mean Hugo's going to be a bad guy?
I don't know. I hope he'll always stay true to his heart. That he won't give in to hatred and ambition. That he won't become the dragon that must be slain. But he has inherited the seed of evil. You cannot let it take root. I'm afraid I won't be there to help you. There's not much life left in this old body of mine. So then, Lycon, promise me now. You must hold his chain tight. To restrain him. To stop him. And when necessary, to choke him.
Olha só. Então, o tal do Jack não queria deixar que o Hugo se tornasse uma pessoa maligna, igual a família dele queria que ele fosse.
You've become slow. Or maybe you've been on guard against me this whole time. And that's what's slowing you down. Looks like I was right. Lycon, I hope you're aware that the one who betrayed Mockingbird and went to work for the Mayflowers was you. Not me. I would never betray my companion.
I don't wish to repeat myself,
No,
but you
no,
should
imagina.
not break our oath.
That's the path I've chosen, and I'm going to stick to it.
But you know that path will lead you the wrong way.
Who are you to lecture me about right and wrong?
I believe any path that makes you feel pain must be the wrong one.
Your disgusting sympathies make me sick, Lycon. There's only ever been one person who can kill me or save me, and that is me.
A gente não teve que lutar com eles. A gente só viu a história, mais um pouco da história deles. Provavelmente nos próximos capítulos, as próximas versões, vai ter mais coisas sobre essa história. Olha só.
That was loud. What's happening up ahead?
Será que é o esconderijo daquela gangue que a gente teve que investigar na história da Chain?
Vivian,
Ou
you
será
should
que
go
são
with
só
them
mais
too.
eternos?
Keep an eye on Lycon, will you? I'm worried he might sell us out to the mayor when he gets the chance.
I'd never do that. But if Miss Vivian wishes to join us, she's more than welcome.
Okay. Then I'll go with you.
Why do you look so nervous?
I've spent so much time by your side already. I need to get away from Lord Phaethon for a little bit, or I might die from this overwhelming happiness.
Tá bom, então.
If that's the case, Miss Vivian, feel free to come along with me.
Okay. All right.
So, how does it feel to be worshipped, Lord Phaethon?
You had that figured out a while ago, didn't you?
Sharp as always. But of course, I couldn't spoil it for her. She has to figure it out on her own. That's what makes it special.
Not only that, you asked Lycon and Vivian to leave for some reason. Is there something you'd like to say to me?
I can't keep anything from you, can I? I've always treated Vivian like my own little sister. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but she looks a lot like Serena. I think I mentioned it before. Serena was my half-sister. She passed away a long time ago. Vivian really likes you, whether you're Phaethon or just wise. Of course, I also have a lot of respect for someone like you. Strong, fair, and genuinely kind. So I hope... I beg you, please keep her safe.
Mas ele não falou pro cara lá do Tops que se precisasse ele acabar matando ela também. Sacana.
Hang on. What's that supposed to mean?
Think of it as the last bit of conscience I have left. A kid as pure as her. She should stay alongside someone who walks in the light. Like you. Not even Vivian can agree with all my beliefs. One day we'll go our separate ways.
Your beliefs? What do you mean exactly?
You probably heard from Lycon. We swore an oath when we started Mockingbird. We swore to use our own hands to right the wrongs in this world. But never, under any circumstances, would we take another human life. I stayed true to my words. Until my father, a man I hated, stood right before me. I could have ended his life easily, but I hesitated. I remembered that damned oath and their repeated attempts to convince me. I didn't do it. Because of that, innocent people died. All because of him. If I'd killed him first, then none of those tragedies would have happened. People like him don't deserve to live. After that, I realized sometimes taking one life really can save countless others.
Vamos dizer que a gente entende o
I
pensamento.
understand where you're coming from.
I knew you'd understand. Vivian has a good heart. I don't want her to get her hands dirty. But you know how it is. In this world, someone has to be the bad guy. So, I want to apologize to you.
Why apologize all of a sudden?
You're incredibly strong, kind, capable, and really, really lucky. The world needs more people like you. Remember that revenge movie I told you about, Children of Devils? I still haven't found it, but I came across another videotape with the same name. Turns out, in that story, the Children of Devils are actually the children of gods. Sorry for rambling. Hope you don't mind. They should be back soon. Please, look after Vivian for me.
Tá. Vamos para a parte do combate.
What is this? It looks like a cocoon.
Careful, everyone. If I'm not mistaken, that's a sacrifice in there.
It appears to be in hibernation. We don't know when it'll wake up.
If it does wake up, we'll be in serious trouble.
Wait, those spots Bringer marked in his notebook. Are you saying each one might have a sacrifice like this? That means there must be at least a dozen of them. And that's only counting the ones we know so far. These sacrifices may still be hibernating, but the fact that there are so many of them out there is terrifying. The Exaltists must have a way to revive them. And that's not all. These sacrifices can exist outside the Hollows. If they make their way into populated areas...
I'm afraid it'll lead to a catastrophic disaster likened to the fall of the old capital. That's almost certainly what they meant by vengeance against all New Eridu.
Então, esse plano deles destruir tudo, soltar todos os sacrifícios para destruir a cidade.
Let's find a way to get rid of these sacrifices. We can't let the Exaltists have them.
Thank you for helping me find this
Olha
sacrifice.
só o sacana.
But sorry, kids. You won't be the ones to keep it.
It's that annoying old man. Why is he here?
I'd advise you to choose your words wisely, young lady.
You're from the Ravenlock family. So it was you.
That face. Oh, I know you. I heard about what happened to your friend. Truly unfortunate. If only she'd been smarter.
It seems your goal was this sacrifice all along. You've been tailing us, haven't you? Keeping your distance so that I wouldn't notice.
As expected of a Wolf-Thyran, you are very perceptive. That's right. All thanks to your ex-partner, we were able to carry out our plan smoothly.
My ex-partner?
I'm not exactly happy being called that, but what he said is true.
Wait, Hugo, what do you mean?
I made a deal with Mr. Hartman in advance. So, would you kindly step aside and let us have this sacrifice? Of course, you can choose to refuse, but If you do, then I'll have to take coercive measures.
Eu acho que tem mais pessoas que conseguem derrotar ele com certa facilidade, então por que eles acham que ele conseguiria ganhar de tudo?
What did you offer him?
Everything we know about the sacrifices plus the core itself.
But why?
It's simple. I want to climb higher. Mr. Hartman offered me a chance to join Tops. Who could say no to that?
No. Impossible. You promised to help me investigate the Exaltists. You told me the whole point of Mockingbird was to do anything it takes to bring a little justice to this world. Was all of that just a lie?
You're just too gullible, Vivian. I also told you, everybody lies. To hide their true intentions, people lie so smoothly, they don't even bat an eye.
You... What a wonderful show of betrayal and backstabbing! Bravo! I've got no interest in your little feud. But would you all be so kind as to step aside? My men still have some delicate handiwork to do. To extract that sacrifice behind you.
Over my dead body. Mind the blind spot. A perfect conduit. Flip the switch.
Agora seria perfeito para a outra metade do feito chamar o pessoal da sessão 6. Eles pegavam o vampiro sacana aí e o mafioso aqui roubou as coisas. Fez o acordo com ele. Mas aparentemente eles não tiveram essa ideia.
You guys are such a pain. Hugo, stop standing around. Time for you to act. We had a deal. Give me the sacrifice core now.
Did we? I don't remember. I imagine this is your favorite kind of entertainment. Watching allies betray each other, suspicion festering until it all turns to bitter hatred. Seeing people tear each other apart like wild beasts, just like your decaying family. Does it comfort that dead conscience of yours?
You. What's that supposed to mean?
I am loving the look on your face right now. Right when you think you've succeeded, I'm here to tell you it was all fake. None of it was real. Let this pain sink in. It's karma for what you did to me back then.
You're insane. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You still don't recognize me, do you? Let me give you a little hint. My full name is Hugo Vlad Ravenlock.
Olha só, então ele era da família desse cara.
You're part of our family?
I may be an illegitimate child, but I have the same blood flowing in my veins as you.
I know you. You're that bastard of his. Damn it. I could have sworn you were already.
My dear uncle, you were never worthy of your position. You have no claim to the Ravenlock lineage. You may have killed all of my father's other children, but sorry to disappoint. I'm still alive. I am the true heir to the Ravenlock family.
You're a bastard. You have no right to inherit the family.
That's not for you to decide. Master Edmund is very supportive of my claim.
Edmund?
So.
That's impossible. You weaseled your way into Top's inner circle?
Master Edmund doesn't care who achieves his goal. In other words, he'd happily let me take over the Ravenlock family, as long as I'm more competent than you.
This can't be! You don't know the family's real secret!
I know a lot more than you think, including everything that you've done. Just give up. You never even stood a chance.
Damn it.
This was all fake, right? You were just putting on an act to fool this old man, right? I actually fell for it. Don't do that again. At least give us a heads up next time.
Vivian, everything I did was to rightfully inherit the Ravenlock family. That part is true. Now, I'm going to kill this man who stole what was never his. I'll make sure he can never be a threat again.
You can't kill him. We still need information from him on the sacrifices and the Exaltists.
You must be misunderstanding something, Lycon. Just like you chose the mayor, I chose Tops. At least for now, Tops has the same interests as me. I'm not going to harm my own self-interests. Be it intel on the sacrifices or the core itself. I'm handing everything over to Master Edmund.
Why?
I just want to take back what's mine. If fate is not willing to give me justice, then I'll just have to seize it with my own hands. Stealing, robbing, lying, or betraying. I'll do whatever it takes.
Even if it means selling your soul to the devil? You know about the power struggle between Tops and City Hall. Those elites at Tops would be only too happy to see the Exaltists plotting a grand attack on New Eridu using sacrifices.
That would severely harm the Mayflower's reputation and approval rating in New Eridu. And that's exactly what Tops wants to see.
If that happens, countless people will die.
I'm sorry it has to be this way, but I have to do this. I'm going to get everything Master Edmund wants. Inherit the Ravenlock name, climb to the top. And then I'll be able to change everything for good. For a permanent and absolute victory. We must endure the pain of cutting away rotten flesh. And persevere through the darkest hour before dawn. Someone has to do it.
Então será que ele quer destruir o grupo dos ricaços por dentro? Ou será que ele só é um ganancioso querendo vingança mesmo?
I don't agree. Sounds like some twisted logic to me.
This is the path I've chosen. Without power resources, or strength, we can't do anything. Mockingbird is the perfect example. All the talk about using our power to tip the scales of justice and hover over them like the sword of Damocles. It's just a delusion. In their eyes, we're nothing but annoying gnats. Mockingbird has never really changed anything or saved anyone. Never in the past, not now, and never will in the future. None of it matters.
But even so, you shouldn't become the kind of person you hate.
Sorry, Proxy. I know what you're trying to say. But this isn't some children's story of a dragon slayer becoming an evil dragon. Sometimes, to slay the dragon, you must first become one. With sharp claws, rending fangs, and strength enough to destroy anything. So I will bloody my hands. I will carry the weight of my sins. I will become the abyss.
Então a gente vai lutar com ele finalmente. Já que os Genjutsu não conseguem, a gente tem que lutar.
It's about time you kneel. Out of my way. Is that all?
Stay calm now.
Get ready.
Out of my way. I have you now. All right, you got me. But too bad.
Ele vai
I
fugir de
have my
novo.
own methods.
What are you doing?
Well then, make your choice. The sacrifice core, or your precious Faithin. I know you took it. Don't forget, I'm the one who taught you that.
Okay, the core is yours. Just leave Lord Faithin alone.
What a shame. Did you really think I'd keep my promise? That's right. This is the real me. What's the matter? Thinking of killing me? Didn't you say all life is precious? Drop your foolish facade.
I knew it. You...
He has inherited the seed of evil. Do not let it take root. When the time comes, you must be the one.
Go on, kill me. If you've got the guts, do it, traitor.
Será que ele matou ele mesmo? Ele não vai morrer.
Master Proxy, are you okay? Are you hurt?
Don't worry. I'm fine. I just didn't expect things to turn out like this.
Lord Ethan, I'm sorry. I had no idea Hugo would do that to you. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. No matter what, this isn't your fault, Vivian.
If only I'd noticed sooner. I should have realized earlier. Hugo,
That's a hollow down there. If you need, I can arrange for someone to go in and search for his body.
that isn't necessary.
To be frank, I thought you'd hate him for his betrayal, Miss Vivian.
I do hate that he's keeping things from me, but all these years, Hugo's been like family to me. I believe he's still with us.
Eu acho que já aconteceu isso da outra vez. Alguém jogou um cara desse mesmo lugar, ele caiu lá na esfera e não morreu. Então provavelmente esse cara também não morreu. Até porque esse cara é muito mais forte do que o inimigo da outra vez. Então provavelmente vai conseguir escapar.
His injuries were so severe. Even before he fell into that hollow, I'm afraid he might have already...
I'm terribly sorry, but I must tell you, it is impossible for Hugo to be alive. My hand went through his heart.
Sorry to interrupt, everyone. But just so you know, Hartman's gone. Probably slipped away during all the chaos.
I'm sorry. I was so focused on Master Proxy's safety, I wasn't paying attention to him.
Same, but it doesn't matter. We all know what he did. And he will pay for what he did today.
Yes. I'll be reporting all of this to the mayor. He's not getting away with this. Well then, now that it's all over, let's head back.
Yes.
Another obstacle out of the way. She's going to be pleased about this. May the Creator guide us.
Olha só, os malucos do Contagious.
Suffering, despair, and destruction. That's the future I see. Lord Vathan.
E olha só. Vamos ver o que está acontecendo com ela. Que ela ficou deslizante. Ou entrou no modo fã maluca do feito. Então ela vai morar com a Ice agora, tá vendo? Olha só, completamos mais um capítulo do jogo, então. Então tenho que dormir para acabar o capítulo. Olha só, ganhei o que eu precisava. Interessante. Acabamos com o epílogo da temporada 1. Vamos ver o que serão os próximos capítulos. Agora na próxima live provavelmente vamos ver a história da Imbi. Daí a gente vai entender o que elas estavam falando quando a gente encontrou com elas. O que tem aqui pra gente pegar? Personagem novo, Trigger. Era pra Imbi estar aqui também. E de qual gangue será que... De qual facção será que vai ser a Vivian? Já que o Hugo tecnicamente morreu. Encontramos novos inimigos agora. Mas isso eu já tinha descobrido faz tempo, não? Então vários personagens antigos. Ou eles só adicionaram isso no jogo agora, mesmo depois de ter passado essa parte da história. Está de madrugada, deixa eu sair na rua pra ver se eu vou encontrar com alguém de madrugada. Faz tempo que eu não ando por aqui de madrugada, não sei se pode aparecer alguém que vem falar comigo. Olha, um bug bom. Vamos ajudar ele. Pronto. Vamos ver, não tem nenhum número 11 escondido por aqui. Que é normalmente onde ela se esconde para encontrar com a gente. Evento de confiança por cadê? Ah, é o gato. Vamos ver se ele está com fome. Olha só. Dessa vez acertamos. As outras vezes que eu tentei dar comida pro gato, ele ficou pistola e saiu correndo. E aparentemente não temos nenhum visitante misterioso. Só temos esse cara maluco com o nome de interrogação falando com o gato. Telefone público do Bico da Rua 6. Vamos ver. Vamos ver o que ele tem a dizer sobre o futuro. O cara falou de uma profecia. Qual será a profecia do ZZZ? E olha só. Quem será que está aqui? Será que é a jovem que estava ali com medo do telefone? Não, é o número 11. Que encontrou com o gato, que mandou comida pra ele de novo. Eu nunca lembro o nome dele. Essa imbe de fogo é complicado. Deve ter problemas de memória. Mas eu já dei comida pra ele quando ele tava lá do outro lado. Agora melhoramos nossa confiança com um gato mais ainda. Placa de aviso de esfera negra. Eu queria poder usar esse carro, que ele parece um carro legal. vamos voltar para a locadora para a gente fazer nossas últimas atividades antes do fim da live. Esse Wise fica dando erva pros gatos. Um sacana. Vamos ver se a gente consegue pegar o soldado número 0, Envy. Vamos lá, 10 tentativas. 10 chances. Ou será que eu vou ter que ir até o final de novo, igual como foi com a Evelyn? Não tive sorte, pessoas. Peguei a Ember, mas a Ember errada. Sacanagem. E eu nem preciso daquela versão da Ember mais, porque eu já tenho ela no mapa. Bom, pessoas, então por hoje é isso. A live vai acabando por aqui. Se você ainda não deixou seu like na live, deixou agora, que ajuda bastante. Se ainda não é inscrito, se inscreva aí no canal do YouTube. E se você está na Twitch, siga o canal, que isso é muito bom e ajuda bastante. E eu provavelmente volto amanhã pra gente jogar o evento aqui da Canção da Soldado de Prata. Pra gente continuar jogando o evento do nosso amigo Ben Limon. E dependendo de quanto tempo demorar isso daqui, a gente pode começar a jogar aqui o conjunto de fios suspensos. Então, é isso, pessoas. Por hoje é só. Valeu, falou e até a próxima.